Hey you, and welcome back to my channel, or a huge welcome to you if you are new. For today I really wanted to do just a short little voiceover just because I did have the time to do so and it felt like you guys deserve a little life update as well. So my life is still quite hectic nowadays with both a full-time study and a part-time job. But whenever I do have some spare time, I spend it of course in The Sims 4 building and letting out all my creativity there instead. This past week or so I have been really inspired to build Japanese homes or builds as a celebration towards the new pack. And also to make it possible for you to download Japanese builds without having the new pack, since I haven't had the chance to use it yet. So today's build is one of those builds as well, but I will talk a bit more about it momentarily. Now, as for all the builds I've made so far, only one I was able to turn into a stop motion video and the rest just had to be speed build, just because it's easier and faster to make those kind of videos. And yeah, I just hope that you're still okay with regular speed builds most of the time. And then whenever I have some spare time and maybe some less inspiration to build, I will turn the builds that I do have into stop motions. But yeah, speed builds is just gonna be the more normal right now for my channel. Now with that said, I also want to talk a bit more about the builds I've made lately. I have still a bunch more ready to go. I'm sorry if you just heard my dog jump down from the couch. He's a bit impatient and I closed the door, but he's probably just gonna settle down right now. But yeah, I do have some more builds already ready to go, and I will most likely post about them a bit later after the new pack release, just so I can keep towards the whole Japanese theme for now. Also, I might just well tell you at once that I'm of course planning to build more Japanese homes when I do get the pack, just to have tested out some new build ideas with the new items and all that. But I also have one request already or ready to go, and I really want to try to play a bit around with that story that I did get. But I would love to hear some more ideas or suggestions if you have any. The only rule is when you ask me to build something is to not have any deadline to it. I mean, it has happened to me too many times already that I was like, you can give me any requests or suggestions, and then people would just be pushing about it, asking when it is done and all that stuff. And you just need to have an open mind that I might not be able to finish it in time for you. I kind of just built this for free, just to be kind, and I need to have the right inspiration for it. I still have some requests laying around that I never really got around, because if it is a style or a storyline that I find hard to work with, then it nearly never gets done. So yeah, you're allowed to suggest something if you want, and if I like it and have the inspiration for it, I might build it. And if I struggle with it, then it most likely won't happen anytime soon, because I already have limited time as is. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And with that said, of course, feel free to leave any suggestions. I love to hear them. And again, maybe I will actually build them too if I like the story and all that. So going a bit back again to my earlier point, I'm gonna build a few more Japanese homes, but I also want to try and use some of those amazing items in some snowy cabins maybe, or other styled winter homes, because they have some really cool new furniture that might work for the outdoor retreat world as well. And since I haven't really built much in that world, I kind of want to try that as well. As for before the release day or date, it will be on a Friday, and right now for me while recording this is on a Monday, and I will probably post it on a Tuesday. That's a lot of days, but I'm kind of hoping to get out one more Japanese build before Friday, so maybe Thursday, if I'm able to finish it in time. In case you hadn't noticed it yet or anything, I am actually trying to turn Glimmerbrook, the world that came with Realm of Magic, into a Japanese inspired world. I know there is this Japanese world mod out there to use on Forgotten Hollow, if that's what the world with vampires is called. But I didn't really like how that mod turned some of the debug items into CC items, and since I am kind of clutter addicted to using those debug items, I didn't really like using that mod. And the best world besides or without a mod, I think, is Glimmerbrook for a Japanese world. Of course, Snowy Escape is gonna come with an even better world for it, but as a kind of a basic little world, Glimmerbrook is a really nice place as well. So if you for any reason aren't able to get the new pack right away, or yeah, whatever reason it might be, you can still have a bit of the taste of the Japanese styled home by placing my build in Glimmerbrook instead. As for this family home in today's video, it is actually the 4th build so far in Glimmerbrook, which means I only have one more to go, and hopefully I finish it before the pack release. I made of course videos of the 3 other lots as well, so you can find them in a separate Japanese style build playlist that I made, just to make it a bit more easier to find them. And I will link that probably at the end of the video, and if I remember, in the description as well. That way, if you haven't seen those videos yet, you can actually check them out as well after you finish this video, of course. Again, as for this Japanese family home, I actually ended up making room for 8 Sims, just to make it a bit more player friendly, I guess. But you could easily also turn it into a generation home by turning one of the bedrooms into a grandparents' room. Not sure if the size of this family is something realistic when it comes to the Japanese styled homes. I really don't have any clue about that. But again, for gameplay purposes, it should be a bit more easier to, I don't know, have enough room for all the Sims you want to play with. I don't really play the game like this anymore. I only really like to build, so I'm not sure if you do like to play with this many Sims. Now again, as for the kids' rooms, you have 2 kid rooms in the upstairs area, which both have 2 beds in it. So again, you could always cut out some of those beds, and then all of a sudden you have 6 Sims. I think 6 Sims, room for 6 Sims. And then there is a nursery, which you either can have a baby in, or you could first have a baby there and then move it to the toddler room, which means that you could, I don't know, replace the nursery with a study, something else with activities, whatever you want. So yeah. But personally, I don't know how people can stay sane with 8 Sims. I already struggle if I have to keep 4 of them happy. So yeah, not for me. Also, now that I'm looking at the screen, I did notice that you could see the little hallway area that I made with the sink and then not the platform, because I don't have the update yet. So if you do download this build and the update with platforms has happened, you can choose to actually make it a bit more perfect by actually using a platform. Initially I wanted to have this entire hallway lower than the rest of the house, because I playtested it in my spa that I did the other day, but of course, when I tested the spa one more time, it didn't work like that, so I had to make a tiny, ugly little platform in that build, which again I hope to kind of remove with the platform updates, but I kind of cheated a bit more here by making it a tiny bit for the door, so you simply can get in, then there is a step down, and then there is a step up. It works. It's not the way I would have done it if I had the platform update, but again, I'm a day too soon with that, so you can choose if you want to make that entire hallway sunken down by using the platforms when the update happens. But yeah, I think that's all I have to mention for this voiceover. I do have some more interesting video ideas that I hope to be coming with to the channel a bit later this month, but first I really want to concentrate on the new pack release, and then I just see then I just got to see how much time I have left to do all the other type of videos. And yeah, Again, feel free to leave some suggestions if you have any for the pack release or whatever. I like to hear them. Just don't push me to make them quickly, because then I don't like to do it at all. Yeah. I hope you still like this build and enjoyed this video, and if you did, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and also click the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post something new. And it is of course also possible to follow me on Twitter and Instagram if that is of any interest. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I do hope I see you next time. Bye bye!